Hi all. In the last class, we have seen some problems on mu and delta. Before that, we have finished the definition of Newton-Gregory formula for equal intervals. So, in that class, we have discussed these two formulas: Newton-Gregory forward interpolation formula and Newton-Gregory backward interpolation formula. So today we start discussing numerical analysis by giving remarks on these definitions. So we will replace this. Can be this f of a plus n times h can be obtained using the values of these f or this 1 plus delta whole raised to n. So in order to find out the values in between the values given in the intervals, suppose we are given 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 are the equal intervals. So if this is the case, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 are the values, then in order to find out a value of this f at in between this 5 and 10, suppose we have to evaluate the values of this f at 10 at 8, okay, that is in between 5 and 10. So we use the forward interpolation formula, okay. That means if you are given these values 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so these are the values given, then in order to get the value of this f at 8, that means these are the values of x, then we need to find out f of x when x equal to 8. So now we can say that this x equal to 8 comes in the beginning intervals 0, 5, 5, 10, 10, 15. So using these subintervals we can say that the second interval, this 8 comes from the second interval, okay. So in order to evaluate this f of 8, we compare this f of 8 to this f of a plus nh or f of a minus nh. So if this 8 comes from the first part of this subintervals, so we use forward difference formula, okay, forward interpolation formula to evaluate this f of 8, okay. That means we need to equate, or this we compare this f of 8 with this formula, okay, instead of this. Suppose in order to evaluate the value of f at x equal to some 23 or 17, so we will use this formula, and Newton-Gregory backward interpolation formula. In that at that time we compare, in order to evaluate f of 23 or some f of 17, we compare this quantity with this f of a minus nh, okay. So this is the remark given on this formulas, Newton-Gregory backward and forward interpolation formula. So here the problem is to find or use Newton's forward interpolation formula to find y at x equal to 8. That means f of x at x equal to 8. So we use the Newton's forward interpolation formula. So please note that if a plus nh is near the beginning, use forward interpolation formula. If a minus nh is near the end, use backward interpolation formula. So you need to I'll write this remark here. Remark: if a plus nh is near the beginning, use forward interpolation formula. Next, if a minus nh, if you compare this quantity with a minus nh and a plus nh, if a minus nh is near the end, use backward interpolation formula, okay. Another remark is, for the convenience, we chose the interval of the length of the interval of differencing as 1, or not length, the a should be chosen so that n lies between this -1 and 1. Okay, so we have one more remark on this. Remark: as far as possible, a should be so chosen that n lies between -1 and +1. Okay, so by comparing this 8, first of all we need to 8 we need to compare this 8 to a plus nh. Okay, this a plus nh. Okay. Now you can choose this a in such a way that n should be in between -1 and 1. So here if we choose a is equal to 0, if a equal to 0, we can say that this 8 can be 0 plus nh, and h is 5 here, so we put 5 here. This implies n will be 8 by 5. Okay, that will be 1.6. So we need to choose this a in such a way that n should lie in between -1 and 1. That will give a more accurate value for this f of 8. Okay, so in order to so please note these two remarks. I'll conclude two remarks again. If the value of this x is beginning of the interval, then you choose a plus nh to compare with this 8. Okay, otherwise you take a minus nh to compare this. So by in order to choose the a, you should remember that that n should be in between -1 and +1. Okay, now we can evaluate the function at x equal to 8. So first we write this. Here we have written that n is equal to 1.6, a is equal to 0. Okay, now consider the table. We need to evaluate f of 8. In order to get the f of 8, you need to evaluate this right hand side. To find right hand side, we need to evaluate y0, delta y0, delta square y0, delta cube y0, etc. So first of all we have to evaluate the table, forward difference table. To evaluate this f of 8, you first complete this table. So these are the x values and these are y values. First we evaluate delta y. Delta y is nothing but this 4, that is y2 minus delta y0. So this is our y0, and this is delta y0. This is our delta y0, that is y1 minus y0, and delta y2 will be this y2 minus y1, so that will give 3, and here we have 18 minus 14, that is 4, 24 minus 18, that is 6, and 32 minus 24, that is 8. Now we will evaluate the difference between this delta y1 minus delta y0, that will give delta square y0, so that is 1. This is our delta square y0, and here we have 1 again, and here 2, and here we have 2. Okay, now the difference between these two, delta square y1 minus delta square y0, that will give delta cube y0, that is 0 here. Okay, delta cube this y0, sorry, this will be 4 minus 3, that is 1. Here we have minus 1. This is minus 1 because 3 minus 4, that is minus 1, and this minus this, that will 2, that will be 2. This is 2, and difference between 2 minus 1, that is 1, and 2 minus 2, that is 0. Now delta cube y1 minus delta cube y0, that is delta raised to 4 y0, that is 1 minus 2, that is minus 1, and here we have 0 minus 1, that is again minus 1. Okay, now this the difference between these two will be 0, that is what we have, delta raised to 5 y naught. So first you need to complete this table, then only you can write f of a plus nh. What is f of a plus nh? F of a plus nh is y naught plus n delta y naught plus n into n minus 1 divided by 2 into 2 factorial into delta square y naught. Now we have n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 by 3 factorial delta q y naught. Then we have, so this is the formula for a plus f of a plus nh. Delta raised to 5 y naught will be 0, so we need to we can neglect this term because this is 0, so we need to evaluate all these things. So f of 0 plus this will be 8, so this is nh is equal to 8, n is 1.6 here and h is 5. So please substitute this on the right hand side. So you will get 7, y naught is 7, so here we have 7 and 1.6 times delta y naught, that is 4, plus 1.6 into 0.6, that is n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial is 2 into delta square. Delta square of y naught is minus 1, so this is minus 1 plus n into 1 minus 6 into 0.6 into minus 0.4 divided by 3 factorial times delta q y naught. Delta q y naught is 2 plus n into, that is 1.6 into 0.6 into 0.4 into, so we have, this is 0.4 minus 0.4 into minus 1.4 divided by 4 factorial into delta raised to 4 y naught, that is delta raised to 4 y naught is minus 1, so this is minus 1. Okay, now evaluate or simplify this expression, then you will get, this will be 12.77. So this is correct to 2 decimal places. So this is the value of this is nothing but f of 8. So compare this 8 as 0 plus 1.6 into 5. Now you will get f of 8 will be 12.77. That means if you put 8 here, then the value will be 12.77 approximately. So this is the way we interpolate a value in between 5 and 10. So you can, using these formulas, backward or forward difference formulas, you can find the value, approximate value of interpolating value of any x in between these intervals. So this is illustrated example for this Newton-Gregory forward and backward difference formula. So next, in the next class we will discuss. So there are a number of illustrative 6 or 5 illustrative examples are given in the textbook, so please go through it, and in the next class we will discuss 22.8, the Lagrange's formula for unequal intervals. So this is the interpolation formula for equal intervals. 0, 5, 8, 10, 15 are equal intervals. So in the next class we will discuss some formula for unequal intervals. Thank you.